We got a special guest on the line, man. Has been away for a second, but has come back, man, to go ahead and talk his shit. We appreciate the King taking the time, man. We got Aspect One on the line. What's going on with you, fam?
Shit, man, I'm just chilling, bro. Just, building in the lab, smoking one real quick. Had to check in. Shout out to Yak. He been asking me to get on the show, so now we on.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. So definitely want to say, appreciate you just taking the time, calling up, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, listen. As far as the battle rap culture, is what it is today. This acapella style, this battle rap culture that we know is today. As far as this shit being on the West Coast in Cali, what role did you play?
I mean, a lot of cats probably don't know, but I was really the first dude to kind of introduce the acapella format as far as the videos to the West Coast with the jump offs. This is before Lush and the Grind Time. This is before King of the Dot had a presence out here. It was pretty much me and my boy 501. We were kind of like the last Mohicans still throwing freestyle battles out here in L.A. And, we had certain cats from like No Can, Dumbfounded, Satire, Larry Flip, certain MCs from L.A. who had a legacy or who now do have a legacy, a part of our movement and whatnot. But L.A. started stagnating with the battle rap. It was kind of like in a period between like '05 and '07 that it wasn't really like a lot of quality battles coming out of here. And everybody was really chasing Scribble Jam and some of the bigger entities when it came to battle rap. So us holding it together, you had this cat Harry from Jump Off in London hit us up, and he wanted to come out here and kind of expand his idea of these 2-on-2 freestyle battles. So he hit up my boy 501. We kind of linked up, picked him up, took him to Venice, hosted about like 50 to 60 battles on the beach that day. And that was like the first time I saw Daylight really freestyling battle rapping, him and Crack AV, who's now Compton AV. And they had a 2-on-2 disaster battle with this chick Charisma. Lush had a homie named FLO, Dumbfounded and Satire. There was a bunch of just different 2-on-2 groups that would later on become a season for the Jump Off, which was right before Grind Time. So I had a big part in as far as like being one of like the like the groundbreakers as far as the acapella movement. But I also had a music career at the same time. I was signed, going on tour, sponsored by multiple brands. And, that was always kind of like my thing, too, to just do the music and kind of just help out hosting with battle rap. I was kind of shelling off of just kind of competing and shit like that and really following up with doing, like, beat battles, producer battles. So Lush kind of stepped in and, he became, like, the focal point as far as, hosting on the West Coast. But I was really one of the first primary host in LA as far as like battle rap went, hosting events and also freestyle battles and shit too, because I had a real popular presence as far as being one of the best freestyle battlers in the city too, and then wound up being on the West Coast and throughout the country and shit. But I mean, that's kind of how it all started for me out here and shit, and it just evolved into Grind Time and Lush really just kind of being the trailblazer and coming up with a gang of creative ideas. And it took us a little minute for us to just kind of reconnect, but he was always kind of in contact with me, asking me to come to events, be a part of whatever. So it wasn't really like I didn't have a voice per se in them times, but I just wasn't active as far as like trying to coordinate events and thinking about battles and shit like that. So, that's the beginning. That's kind of like the beginning of where it all started for me. A lot of cats don't know that because, we got popularized with like King of the Dot, URL. And also, the end of Grind Time was, a real popular thing and shit. So you get lost in the mix if you don't really kind of talk your shit all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Mm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still on?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you something. With the current state of the West right now, and we have the whole entire Western Conference movement that's really been gaining a lot of steam recently. A lot of people being featured now. A lot more people getting more opportunities now. What's your take on the current state of West Coast battle rap?
Keep it a buck with you, and I'm not gonna be politically correct. I don't even give a fuck. Like, straight up. Like, I really got a sour taste in my mouth. Pause, no homo. Just over battle rap in general. Like, you know, like, towards the end of my reign with URL and shit like that, like, I got twisted up by a lot of cats. Like, there was a lot of cats out there just, you know, primarily West Coast dudes, like, talking shit and just really, like, being foul in the public. And, like, I wasn't really saying nothing. I wasn't doing no interviews. Cats wasn't hitting me up. But there was just, like, a lot of shaky-ass rumors that was just, like, fucking with my integrity. So from that point, I was just like, you know what, like, if I didn't really fuck with you, like, on some, like, real life shit, like, Yak, I really fuck with. He used to pull up to my crib and just come smoke and kick it and, like, you know what I'm saying, we just be in the city chilling and shit. Like, I'm kind of cool off of battle rap. And that's just kind of just the way it was. Like, I fuck with Stewie. I still check Stewie battles. Geechee is dope. I check for a few cats, but I'm not into the movement like I was. Like, there was a lot of times where I just go to different homies' houses and, like, yo, I got this one cat, he got talent, and I'll just pull up and go check him out and just to try to get him talent for the leagues and shit. But after a while, when you got niggas really spreading rumors and talking shit about bullshit, like primarily like Danny Myers, and you got Beasley online talking crazy and just saying certain shit, and you know what I'm saying, everybody kind of blaming me for why events didn't happen how they were supposed to, when that wasn't even the truth. And you know what I'm saying, I thought that shit was like pretty weak. So, you know, like I really just didn't have the energy for a battle rapper just to have the focus on it no more. It was just like, all right, that's how you fools want to get down. When a lot of you cats was asking for opportunities for years, I actually left the company and then started working with another company to make sure that some of the cats that wasn't getting shine on the previous company could get shine on the new one. And then I still get shitted on for, you know what I'm saying, just certain bullshit. And it was like, yo, like, you know, I saw what it was, but, you know, it is what it is. So for me, it's just kind of like, man, just fuck it, bro. Like, it is what it is.
Hey,
niggas and snakes.
Respect. Let's go back to 2012, 2013. King of the Dot, like, you know, start really popping on the Fresh Coast. You know what I'm saying? We start having these bigger events and shit. And then next thing you know, like, we start seeing, like, a lot of, like, URL talent, like, basically not even URL talent. We start seeing a lot of, like, more niggas pretty much. Even on the GZs, we start seeing more black faces and shit like that. Like, did you play a part of that, being like being the only black dude on the staff? Did you play a part in, like, helping the King of the Dot, like, you know what I'm saying, have more faces on their brand?
I mean, what you think? You can answer that.
Well, you know, I know, my nigga. I'm just trying to be politically. You know, I know, bro. Like, listen. You the first nigga that booked me, bro. You the first nigga that booked me on King of the Dot. If it wasn't for Aspect, like, nigga, my name probably wouldn't be popping on the West right now if it wasn't for this nigga. Like, this nigga gave me opportunities, bro, that you know what I'm saying, where that showcase my talent, where a lot of other motherfuckers could see me, and now a lot of other motherfuckers want to book me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spec put on for a lot of us, like the GZ wave. Like, if you look at it now, bro, like, it ain't like it used to be when Spec was here. Like, just the whole Fresh Coast movement. Like, when Spec was here, bro, we had a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, the street. It got away from the backpack. It wasn't so backpack when Aspect was around. A lot of street MCs coming to the King of the Dot side. You know what I'm saying? And when he left, a lot of that shit changed. Like, it ain't the same as like it was.
Well, I could tell you why. So, I mean, in all respect to those guys, like, it's all love. I you know, there was a time when I was in interviews and I was kind of frustrated and still a little bit, like, upset about the fact that, like, I just didn't lose my place in the company as the president, but I also lost friendships, like cats that I thought were my homies, Gully, Organic, you know what I'm saying, Kingfly, Avi, like, the whole staff, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we all chopped it up. A lot of people don't realize, like, behind the scenes, a lot of times I was really, like, arguing for the West and, like, really disputing a lot of shit that those guys wanted to do, because I felt like a different way, and being from here and being from the streets and growing up in South Central and knowing, like, the other side of shit, You know what I'm saying? Like, I really wanted to put on for LA. You know what I'm saying? And that was just what it was.
Right.
And we used to get into a lot of arguments behind the scenes about me really wanting to push the street side of things. Like, you know, they wanted to always keep judges, and I kind of wanted to eliminate that. I felt once we eliminated judges, it added more popularity to the brand because you have more fans being able to debate battles for a longer period of time, as opposed to 5 guys who had a preference to battle rap, who created some type of template to judge people, and it wasn't really consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wasn't judging under the same parameters. Like, if we got
you saying you played a part in the when they got rid of the judging?
Definitely, I was a strong advocate of us not having judges for King of the Dot for a long time, because I felt that the one thing that URL allowed people to do was be able to have replay value by not having a judging system, and also being a part of Grind Time and seeing how diluted the judging system was. I felt like we needed to stay away from that in order to popularize the company in America. And the reason I felt that way was because I watched a lot of people who weren't black say shit about King of the Dot. Well, like, these dudes, nobody want to watch these white boy battles. These dudes got judges. This is bullshit. This is this. This is that. Look at these 2 white boys hosting. They look like slave owners anytime they judge black guys. Da-da-da. I heard it all. You feel me? I heard every single complaint. I was a big fan of King of the Dot battles because although I have a gang pass, my music is more backpacker than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really push a gang angle in my music at all, other than telling, like, stories from the past here and there. But for the most part, I'm really about bars and giving cats lyrics and dope, witty schemes and, like, really, like, multisyllabics and a lot of shit that battle rappers really use as tools for their craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an MC in that way and shit. So, you know, I found a way to kind of balance it out where it was like, yo, like, we could get certain MCs who aren't street rappers to battle against some of these street guys, and they'll still be really dope fucking fire battles. And then on King of the Dot, there are a small percentage of guys who are street-oriented, and they can hold their own with these guys. So let's start maturing these dudes and trying to get them matches. And it was a group effort. It wasn't just me saying, like, yo, this is what I want. Now, mind you, I'm not the president of the company. It was Organic Company. But I felt that I did have a voice about things, and I felt that, like, people respected it because I did work hard to make sure that, you know, my presence was known. But, you know, that was the King of the Dot time. I did feel like I did have a big shift in bringing black battle rappers. You know, like, you got to think, like, a nigga from the hood is not just going to always feel comfortable talking to some nigga, you know what I'm saying, from a white area, like some white kid or some Mexican. So sometimes, like, you do need a black face to be able to relate to where we from. And so, okay, this nigga's a part of that shit, and he trusts in it, so maybe I trust in him. And I made sure everybody that ever fucked with me on King of the Dot got paid. Danny Myers is a fucking liar. I'm going to address this shit right now. He did a blog talking about how I never paid him for King of the Dot. But to keep it a buck, Danny was always, like, I spent a lot of time really trying to build Danny. From calling him when, you know, we booked Rum Nitty and Young B out in Arizona, out in New Mexico. I called him for, you know, Battle of the Bay. It was like, yo, like, I want you to battle Rum. Yo, it's an honor. I always wanted to battle on King of the Dot. Got him his first battle on King of the Dot. Shit winds up being one of the battles of the year in Hip Hop DX. Yo, Danny, your next battle, what you want? Get him his next battle. You know what I'm saying? He's a hot name. Yo, how much you need? Yo, bro, you don't have to pay me. Like, it's all good, bro. You fools are putting me on. Just let my guest in. All right, we got you. Next event, yo, can you pay me $200? Yeah, but, you know, you got to guest this +1. Well, shit, you keep the bread and you let all my guests in, and that's my fee right there. These are conversations I'm having with Myers, bro. And the fact that me and this nigga are 100, we not doing no paperwork, and we not really on no, like, hey, like, I got to send you this and this and that. Our conversations are on the phone. You my nigga, I talk to you 2-3 times a week. Like, we building about real-ass shit. I don't have no reason to lie about not paying a nigga $200 fucking dollars for a fucking battle. You feel me? So, and we paid niggas thousands of dollars. That's the thing. So when this fool came out, and it was after the Smack event, that shit was bullshit because to keep it $1, nigga, I put up a gang of bread. I had to have an ex-girl put up a card for me to even throw the event, and I went into debt for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't know all of the shit that I had to do to put up for that event. That shit was like $8,000 on my head before the event even started. And I had to make sure that niggas got paid. Everybody on the card got their bread at some point. it took us more time because we didn't have a big-ass turnout. You know what I'm saying? It's LA. It's our first URL event. I'm telling niggas like, hey, let the PayPal come through. I'm paying niggas out my pocket. KG's trying to pay Cat out the couch out his pocket. KG put his rent bread up. He had to get his rent bread before he even, you know what I'm saying, before anybody got paid, which I didn't agree with because it was like, nigga, how am I the only one taking the loss? But at the end of the day, like, we was doing this shit together, and I was like, fuck it. Like, if that's how you going to move, that's how you going to move. I didn't take it personal. I was just like, I just got to do more for the event. And we wound up getting no sponsors, didn't really have no help or no shit like that. So for me to take all the slack, you know what I'm saying, and have niggas like talking crazy was crazy. And that's just really like how a lot of, you know, shit evolved from me really helping cats be on to niggas resenting me. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I decided to just dip off of battle rap. I was like, my nigga, like, I'm out here working hard, really trying to give niggas a template, really fighting to find talent across the country, listening to a bunch of niggas complain, trying to find money for a bunch of cats. And I got my own health issues. I got my own money struggles and still trying to find a way to get y'all bread. And you motherfuckers want to be ungrateful. And y'all niggas ain't even bringing nobody to the door. You feel me? It's like if a building is packed out and, like, niggas ain't paying you, then you could be like, hey, these niggas ain't paying us. But if an event is not fucking paid, like packed out, and you see us in there still trying to make a concerted effort to pay your ass, and you out here complaining, making blogs and got niggas like, fuck this nigga and this and that. Well, none of these blogs, none of these people, Angry Fan, none of these niggas that was doing interviews hit me up one time to explain my side of shit or to ask me shit. You just had a bunch of hype niggas and a bunch of gossip niggas. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to let y'all rock. I'm going to let y'all fools live because that's what got battle rap is. It's a bunch of grown assholes, a bunch of niggas who want to act like it's fucking soap operas and niggas ain't really confronting shit. You know what I'm saying? And I always been the type to speak up. Like when Disaster had to fight with everything, nigga, I lost a friendship with Disaster because of my feelings about the shit. You feel me? And Disaster was my homie. And I put shit out there for real, because I didn't care about friendships. I cared about the integrity of the West. You feel me? So, like, when niggas was out here trying to shade me, that shit was some sucker shit. And niggas never addressed me. Niggas just went online and just said shit. Like, oh, well, this is what he did. Not, yo, Spec, like, I got this issue with you, whoop-de-whoop. If it was that real, nigga, wouldn't you hit somebody up? You feel me? There's a couple of niggas in battle rap right now that owe me money for years. I see on Facebook fucking going and battling and shit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I hit them up here and there. Hey, can I get my $400? Oh, man, like, I'm waiting for my tax return. Oh, I'm waiting for this. Or excuse after excuse. Niggas is full of shit, bro. But I'm not out here blasting. I could have put niggas' names on blast right now. Only reason I said Danny Myers is because that nigga personally out there like that over some lies. And he knows that's some fuck shit. And anytime that nigga hit me up, we could do this shit live. We could do it in person. We could talk, like, you know what I'm saying, on a phone call, whatever. But to have a conversation with me eye to eye and tell niggas that I actually stole from you, bro, and then I would respect you more. You feel me? But to go out and be trying to, like, mix niggas up, that's just fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my involvement to the West and my responsibility to the West Coast is way higher than that. I put so many niggas on in my sleep, not even really consciously, like, yo, like, you want an opportunity here, you on. You want an opportunity here, you on. Niggas who was trash. I just let niggas battle because they was black from the hood, needed a chance, needed an opportunity, better than selling some drugs or going to jail, catching a case, beating on a girl, some bullshit. I've been there, done that. So was like, let me help some niggas get on. And then this is how niggas repay you. So it let me know that half the niggas you fuck with is snakes and the other half is quiet. You feel me? Because the other half of niggas didn't speak up. I didn't see niggas like, hey, Spec was holding me down. Spec did this, Spec did this. It was just like, oh, this is the new gossip train. Let's hop on that shit. You feel me? So that's kind of why I disappeared. But my impact's always been known, bro. Like, I changed the face of companies, man. Like, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. Like, that's it. Like, niggas can't say shit. Like, niggas do miss me in battle rap because I helped them really get an opportunity to be seen. And that shit goes without saying. Even niggas like Myers on King of the Dot. All these niggas done changed. Like, Rum is the one cat from, like, that whole era that really just kept rising and rising and rising and rising and rising. You feel me? And shout out to fucking Rum because that nigga never went sideways, never talked crazy about me, always showed me love, always been 100. You know what I'm saying? Always was cool. Wasn't one of these weirdo niggas unfollowing me and deleting me and blocking me and shit just on some pussy shit. So, like, fuck that. Like, it's all love with Rum, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a few cats that I still, you know, got a lot of love for. Chilla Jones, you know what I'm saying? Big K, you know what I mean? Just all niggas that I showed a lot of love to and vice versa. You know what I mean? But you know, like I told you, I was gonna put it all out there because I ain't done no interviews. So I told you, Yak, when you hit me up about the interview, that I was gonna kind of change topics and really talk about kind of shit I wanted to too. So sorry for that, but you know, gotta get it out there.
Nah, it's all good, my nigga. I didn't expect all that, my nigga, but I knew it was gonna be some controversial shit.
It ain't controversial. The truth is the truth. Niggas gonna hide behind the internet. You know what I'm saying? But anybody could call me if it's really like. Anybody could call me if they really had an issue. Like if I owed somebody crazy amount of money, where it was like, yo, fuck this nigga, this da da da. Like, yo, you would have done hit me. You would have done said something to me directly. Because any nigga that owes me bread, I call, I hit up, I ask where's my dough at. You feel me? So, you know, that's why I just kind of been like, man, this shit is fake as fuck. Anyhow, what other questions y'all got, man? Because niggas been asking me to come back in this bitch and, oh, no.
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, yo, I'm in the store, my bad.
I'll make sure you didn't drop off
This
the line.
nigga
I don't have the studio pulled up right now.
I'm good. I'm good.
Let me ask this, man, because I'm not aware of it, so I just want to ask from your perspective. What was your take with Lush One, with it came to King of the Dot, or with his work that he was doing here in the West? Were you guys on good terms during the times when you were active in battle rap, or were you guys kind of apart from each other when it came to battle rap decisions with the West?
Oh no, that we was in unison. Like me and Lush, or Lush and I, either way you want to look at it. That was Los Uno. Shout out to Lush One. That's my bro for life. I mean, through the years, like me and Lush has had a really interesting friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like we both are very similar as far as being leaders and shit like that, and really trying to push and preserve the culture, and just being historians and kind of know it all when it comes to certain things. So we've always been close in that way, and I think that helped our friendship really accelerate, because there was a lot of shit that we would fill in the gaps. Pause. If I missed a detail, he would make sure that he covered it, or vice versa, and that really helped us really build a strong division out here. We were able to really be known in a force that was recognized, and it was yo, if Lush can hit this cat up and get a better deal, all right, cool. You talk to this dude, and I'll talk to this guy because I got a good relationship with him, and I could get a better deal. And just being able to get our events together, figuring out the best venues, and just the way to work off each other as hosts. I would usually let Lush kind of set it off with the hosting, because he was more of a face at the time. I was the president, but it wasn't really about that. It was really about us really holding the West down. People knew me, and certain battles that I hosted as well and got shit lit, and just our chemistry on camera was real dope as far as just our mannerisms off of each other. It was synonymous, bro. It was a natural thing. And I would say the one time that I felt like there was a hiccup in our friendship and business relationship was around the Fresh Coast Media Group with the Cassidy Disaster event. But that was right after the fallout of Math and Disaster, and there was certain shit that Disaster, he didn't want me working with him, and a bunch of shit going on, and I didn't feel in certain times Lush exercised his power to kind of rep me in that way, but I felt that he was real torn, and he was torn in a lot of different ways, and he had to kind of just make everybody happy, because that's what Lush does. He's really a people person, where he wants to just make everybody feel cool and be appreciative. But at the same time, that kind of hurt me, because I was damn nigga, I'm out here working and smashing, and I want to be a part of what we got going on. We're starting a company and this and that, and fuck what Disaster's saying right now. He's upset, and I get it, but fuck that. It's bigger than that. Let's just get this shit going. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I wasn't a part of that, which kind of pushed me to making my moves with URL, where I was yo, you know what? I always wanted to see URL on the West Coast with an organized event, and just have it out here. If I do 1, if I do 10, KG hit me up. I sat on it for a while, pause. I thought about it, and then I got the chance to just kind of chop it up with Beasley and Smack on the phone. They liked what my vision was for the West, and They were about it. We did a few PGs, got it lit, and through traffic. Now there's traffic too, and they keeping it going. So, I mean, I'm glad for all of that. And like I said, Lush is my dude. Like maybe one time of our friendship, I felt like a certain way, but that was really an intense time, like I said. So I don't blame him or judge him. Our King of the Dot relationship was like 100. We never had no beefs, no arguments, no fallout. We was going out of town, hosting battles together, setting up shit for new divisions, finding different cats, different places, always chopping it up, just going to kick it. Like, him at my crib, me going to kick it with him at his spot, chilling. It was going to South by Southwest together, doing the gang shit out there. It was always smashing missions. Like, I do miss those days for that because he kept me very motivated because he was always up early working, and I was always up early working. So it's like, yo, what's good? What we on? And that relationship just helped us really forge a lot of shit for the West. So I love that dude, no homo. That's my bro. Always will. Always have a lot of support for him in anything he does. And that's my relationship with Lush. Real shit.
Okay. I heard that.
Man,
Are you?
Fuck that whole film
shit.
on
Go ahead,
situation, bro. Fuck that whole film on situation, bro. Spec already know, man. That was some bullshit, bro.
Yeah, niggas kind of pushed me out of that situation because everybody eyes got big. Everybody was counting money that wasn't there yet, and you know how that go. Like when niggas is all poor and everybody want to kind of change their lives and kind of being a part of the situation and just really like get ahead. Like niggas make cutthroat decisions, and I get it. I'm from the streets. I get it. I know niggas is gonna, kill or be killed. And at that time, you know what I'm saying, like cats thought that I was expendable. And that's fine. Like, niggas will do certain things for certain opportunities and also to put themselves in better positions. And that's really what life is. If you're trying to put yourself in a better position, I'm not mad at you. But at the end of the day, like, you should also
that shit was
remember
trash, though.
who helped you get into a position.
Niggas tried to push you out when niggas tried to push you out the door, that fucked up what I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I didn't get nothing out the whole deal. You feel me? Like, nigga, and I met the motherfucking plug. Like, that shit had me hot, bro.
It was a scene out of blow, bro. It was a scene out of blow. Like, you feel me? Like, I think, like I said, like, I think cats just saw a big opportunity to be able to make a lot of bread, and there was a lot of hands, there was a lot of mouths, there was a lot of niggas asking for shit, and I think with Lush, he wanted to get everybody money. That was the thing. He was trying to get everybody money, and then one day it's this dude saying this about bread, and then, I think there was like a couple outside cats that like didn't have shit to do with King of the Dot, and the reason why Alki was even fucking with us in the first place that like had a say. And I thought that was kind of weak. I was like, my nigga, like, you don't throw no events at King of the Dot. You don't organize no shit. Like, why do you have more of a say than the two niggas that, like, actually are the faces of the coast? Like, I low-key don't got a say on this company. And the nigga who got a say in the company is sharing stays with you niggas? Like, what? So I already had felt a certain way, felt kind of slighted, and then I could already see I could see the dominoes falling. I could see that these niggas was already going to be like, yo, like, there ain't no money, or, like, we don't want you around. And me and Disaster was already tense because, like, I had already said certain shit about his character and how I viewed him. And he 1 minute we would be cool, and the next minute he's like, fuck Spec, I don't want to work with him, this, that, and it's the Cassidy event, so, like, fuck that. And like I said, I get it. I don't hold no remorse to Diz. Like, I don't fuck with Diz no more. You know what I'm saying? Period at all. Like, if I see him walking down the street, I wouldn't even say a word to him. I'd just keep it pushing. But at the end of the day, like, that was a good cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think he's a legend. He did a lot for battle rap, and he was a powerful component in that whole situation. And for me and him to be tense and to have not see eye to eye, that was just a domino effect where one of us had to go. And he was the cash cow. Like, he was the dude that was going to be bringing in the pay-per-view and be battling Cassidy, and it was about him. So, of course, I was easy to cut when I wasn't going to generate the type of bread that they projected at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it made sense. It was a business decision. But at the end of the day, when I quit King of the Dot, it was a business decision. I felt like I wasn't being heard, and niggas was always kind of casting me out as being like the negative, fucking upset one, when it was like, yo, dude, like, I'm older than everybody on this. For one, cat, I know my city better than all you motherfuckers who don't live here and just come visit here and there. And I know events. Me and my crew's been throwing events out here and know how to get shit packed. And Yak will tell you our events, every event got better, got bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's because we put more time, more work, and more effort as a staff. We listen to each other, we work, and we put in the time. And you know what I'm saying? Like that, it is what it is, bro. Like I'm not the type to really just be mad at some niggas over some money. Like, all right, cool. Like that's what y'all wanted to do. Y'all felt at that time like y'all was gonna win, and I was gonna put us in a better place, and it low key didn't. But it's all good. I felt me going to URL put us in a better place. Because now you got more niggas that's getting an opportunity on the West Coast that weren't heard before. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Ether didn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ether, a lot of niggas had their biggest payday on Ether, bro. Like a lot of niggas was getting like 20 racks, bro. Like if you look at the card, nigga, we had Arsenal on the card, Conceited on the card, Big K, like, you know what I'm saying? All them niggas was eating, bro. They seen
a lot of
millionaire
cats got
niggas
to
said,
eat.
fuck that, we gonna eat.
That was awesome that they all got to eat, but I'm saying as far as like the impact to still have cats be able to battle and be on a strong template out here, me joining URL was allowed a lot of cats to be able to still have a face and a presence, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it all worked out, bro. Like, it all worked out. Like, I miss battle rap. I miss the camaraderie. I miss certain cats in there. Like, I miss certain friendships that I have with certain cats. But there's certain niggas that's hoes. That's always going to be pussy. That's always going to be fucking little bitch-ass niggas that ain't about shit. Like, you feel me? And I'm going to feel that way about the shit, too. Because there was always niggas that talked behind my back, never could address me, never could speak up, see me at events, and go the other way. You feel me? And that shit was always corny.
Hey, you still want to beat up Malathion, man?
Nah, me and Mala, I never wanted to beat up Mala. That was the thing. I think a lot of people misconstrued it. Like, when you do business and you got a strong personality. Like, I have a strong personality, so I don't necessarily I don't necessarily come across the smoothest or the nicest. You know what I'm saying? I come across the asshole. I come across cocky. I come across distant. I come across aggressive. I you know what I'm saying? So like, but nigga, I was born in the Bronx, New York. I moved to South Central LA at 8 years old, nigga. I'm raised by the motherfucking blocks and the bricks, nigga. That's it. There ain't no other way for me to operate. This has kept me alive. The way that I move. So there's certain ways that I just move and that I speak to niggas and I just treat people. You feel me? And with Mala and me, I know Mala. I knew Mala for years. And, like, I think what our situation is, he was just upset having to work for me because he had spent a lot of time as well when King of the Dot was offline after the cannabis battle, really trying to keep the West together. And then I got the position, you know what I'm saying, when he was really a part of King of the Dot before me, and he took it a certain way, and that created, like, friction between us. And I didn't understand that fully as a leader because I was like, yo, you don't know me. Like, my nigga, like, I'm not even looking at you like you work for me. You feel me? But early on, there was, like, a business thing that, like, happened between us, and I had felt a certain way about it because I didn't think that it really expressed a community situation. It was more like he did something for him instead of us, and I let that shit linger. And I had always used that for leverage in situations where I was like, bro, like, you started off this shit with this. You feel me? And I think that just soured certain things. So he felt a certain way, and we would be cool for the business, but it was a strain on our relationship. And that's what I said, like, earlier when I was like, you know, King of the Dot, I felt like I was losing my friendships over a company of, like, us trying to work to make battle rap better. You feel me? Like, I wasn't talking organic the same way no more. Me and Gully weren't talking the same way in messages. Like, me and Gannick weren't on the phone just chopping it up. Like, mind you, before Gannick really was out here, like, he flew out here for detention. I picked that fool up from Joseph Kahn, the director's house, and brought him to my crib, took him to Magic Mountain. The very first, you know what I'm saying, took the nigga to Magic Mountain the next time he's out here. Like, me and Organic used to really kick it. Like, that was my G. And then, like, we don't even talk anymore. So it's like, yo, I lost friendships over battle rap. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't even have money issues or no money fallout. It wasn't even none of that. It was just like the fact that like we couldn't work together because everybody was always at each other's throats, frustrated about shit. And you know that, and the math and disaster thing was like a real breaking point because I felt strongly about that shit. I felt like we didn't rep as a company to hold certain things down, and then I spoke out against certain shit. Disaster's friends with Organic and Lush, and I'm the president of a division. We have to ban him. There's a whole domino effect of things, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and Mala aren't really cool. You know, it's just all over silly shit. So it was really like, dang, dude, like, in retrospect, fucking, you know, look out for the new album, Retrospect, coming out. Shameless plug. But, you know, in retrospect, that shit just, it was a loss. I was like, dang, dude, like, I lost my friends over fucking rap, bro. Like, this shit whack. This shit really whack. So, you know, me and Mal are cool now. Like, where my studio is right here and shit in LA and shit, like, he'll pull up to the building and come and do interviews in here. We done chopped it up, call him on the phone, call me on the phone. Like I said, that was my homie before Battle Rap. So after that shit was out the way, it was like, yo, like, I don't even have no reason to be upset with you. We was tripping over Battle Rap. I'm not even a part of that no more. Why are we not on this no more? You know what I'm saying? And just let shit go.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wanted to ask you
that
something.
shit sound. Go ahead.
No. That is real. Like everything he was saying right there. I wanted to ask you because
it sound like you know, like the fall of Death Row. Saying like the fall of Cash Money and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? That shit crazy, bro. When you see like Friends, my nigga, money, and like how shit in friendships, bro. Like, money is really the root of all evil. If you break it up down, at the end of the day, the shit is really about.
That's a fact.
Friendships to break up. You know what I'm saying? The shit is sad, to be honest, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah,
motherfuckers
you know,
stronger than that.
You know, I was one of the most giving, if not the most giving cat in LA. I'm rolling up mad blunts at events, pouring niggas, you know what I'm saying, that fucking codeine on stage, giving niggas bottles of alcohol, making sure niggas is good.
Some of my favorite events on the West Coast, bro. Like, my memories, nigga, me and Spec was always, you know what I'm saying, like, nigga, we getting fucked up, bro. Hey, nigga,
I used to make sure everybody was good. You want to get fed?
My nigga Spec up there hosting shit. Niggas don't even know, bro. We stupid lit behind the scenes, though, my nigga. Stupid lit, man. I remember one time we was at a King of the Dot event, my nigga, and me and Aspect we both walked outside at the same time while a battle was going on. Big T versus Bender. And I walked outside to get some air, nigga. I'm high as a motherfucker. I'm faded, bro. I walked outside to get some air, nigga. I had to go lay down on the bench. Nigga, 5 minutes later, Spec came out, too. I'm like, damn, nigga, we both lit.
Nigga, do you realize what happened, nigga? I got so faded that I had to walk off stage, go throw up, and then go back and host, my nigga.
That shit was
so I got throw up breath on stage, nigga. Like, damn, nigga, somebody passed me some Douce. Take another shot after I just threw up a gang of alcohol and then host the last battle.
Hey, nah. That nigga, Spec had the sponsor, bro. Spec had like 2 big-ass boxes. Nigga, he had so many bottles of Douce, bro. He threw me a 5th on GP, like, here, this yours, my nigga. I'm like, oh, we lit, nigga. We lit. Leaning and off the Douce, nigga. We was fucked up.
I had everybody right
fun,
there.
Though, bro. Like, that shit was like a family environment, my nigga. That shit was fun. I ain't gonna front. Like, them events was lit.
I missed that, bro.
Facts.
Really missed that. What was you gonna ask, Champ? I know you had a question for me.
Go ahead.
I was, because you had mentioned something earlier, and I wanted to ask you about it, like, to gain clarity, because I'm not aware. So, you know, I just want to ask, certain questions. Your relationship or your interactions with Danny Myers, like, what was that for you on your end?
Man, no homo, I love that dude. He was one of the fucking best battle rappers I ever met. A dope-ass dude, humble, you know what I'm saying? Like, real chill, very hungry.
That shit sound like Danny, though. Like, it's crazy. Like, what you were talking about earlier, when you were saying, like, for the most part, bro, like, I know Danny, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you said, my nigga, that shit sounds like Danny. Danny really don't be caring about the money. Danny do this shit for the love, bro. So for you to sit up here and say you was offering him money and he like, oh no, it's cool, just let my niggas in free. Nigga, that sounds just like Danny. You know what I'm saying? Everything you saying is genuine because I know Danny just as much as you know Danny. That sounds like Danny. Danny do this shit for the love, bro. Like Danny paid Rex $12,000. That let niggas know Danny don't give a fuck about getting paid. He do this shit for the love.
Yeah, he was like stuck in New York and had needed some bread, and at the time it was like, man, I'm still trying to pay off B Magic. We still owe Chess. We still owe Steams. I'm like trying to figure out like life shit and still trying to figure out like health shit and still trying to pay these niggas out my pocket, trying to get us post-sponsors after the event that want to sponsor the next event, you know what I'm saying, but they want to pay to help kind of get rid of some of the debts we had. Because I was 100 with some of these guys. Like some of these dudes that wanted to sponsor were like, yo, dude, like how can we be a part of the event? And I was like, yo, like we just hit a big loss. So like for this next event, if you guys could fucking help us with some of our, you know, losses, we'll be able to put some of your guys in on some newer matches and shit like that. They could still pay the fee, but y'all sponsorships will help us, you know, keep this shit going. And a lot of cats were like on it, you know what I'm saying? And like Danny had needed some bread. I didn't have the bread at the time. The next day, an Angry Fan interview comes out. And I'm like, wow. So I go like look at it and read it. I like read the comments. I hear all of these aspects of bitch, all, you know, the same typical YouTube shit. But then I'm listening to the interview and I'm like, wow, nigga, this nigga's really on that. Could never call me. And like what's crazy, after Traffic, I hit the nigga up August 4th. And I could pull up the messages. And I was like, yo, Brett, I got some bread for you. Just pull up on me. He was like, yo, I'm going to pull up on you. Don't pull up. You know what I'm saying? So we miss each other. Then I hit him up maybe like a week after that. Like, yo, my G, I got some bread for you. He's like, yeah, I need that. Like, hit me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, pull up on me. I got cash for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we was chopping it up on some other business. Like, anyways, like, so I was going to link up with them and just build with them. So, you know what I'm saying? And then he winds up, like, not coming through. And then, like, some weeks go by. He's not tripping off of bread or whatever. Then he's in New York. He's like, yo, I'm out here in New York stuck. If y'all could send me, like, $500 right now, I'll be good. KG didn't have it and I didn't have it. Next day, interview comes out. Now, like I said, I'm transparent about everything, bro. Like, I'm not going to sit here in front like, yeah, nigga, I'm balling, I'm rich, I'm all of this and all of that. Like, nah, bro, most of us battle hosts don't got bread like that. A lot of niggas is paying out their pocket. A lot of niggas is asking people for help to, like, throw these events and put shit together. Like, some niggas ask their moms for loans. Some niggas get loans from the street. Some niggas get loans from their wives. Like, the community is really a community thing. So, like, for us to really put this shit together, we got to be transparent. You can't just be out here, like, snaking niggas and then expect, like, the streets to fuck with you. You feel me? And I know that off of being from the streets. It's like, yo, if you keep it a buck, you tell niggas, hey, bro, we don't got it right now. This is what it is. Can you help me with this? In most cases, motherfuckers will fuck with you because they realize that you being humble, you know what I'm saying, and that you really trying to do some shit. So that's where my energy has always been with this battle rap shit. It's never been on some, like, let me make cash. There's other ways to make money, you know what I'm saying? Like, my music money wasn't going to battle rap. That was going to me, going to my seed, going to my family shit. Wasn't going to battle rap, so I already had a separate revenue stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was the thing where it was like, yo, now I'm tapping into, like, beats I'm selling to pay niggas for this battle. This shit is fucking with my life. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So when niggas go online and, like, try to defend your character and, like, be faced with you about, it's like, yo, like, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? And Beasley was like, oh, this nigga Spec just stopped calling me and stopped hitting me up. I told him don't throw the event if he didn't have bread. I'm like, my nigga, like, y'all are URL, bro. Like, how do y'all not have a fucking bank card or, like, a sponsor that can't just help us cover these next debts into whatever? Or just be able to come up with a payment plan to help us out because we're a fledgling division who are both paying for an event out the pocket. That kind of sound like exploitive. Like, yeah, let y'all niggas just run this event. Let us get the content. Y'all niggas go in debt. Let me just go on blast and blast this nigga out because we wasn't really fucking with this nigga or close to him like that anyway, and life goes on. You feel me? Like, it's all good, bro. Like, I don't give two fucks about that type of shit. Like, niggas gonna feel what they feel. They gonna say what they say. They gonna move how they move. They gonna act how they act. And it's just up for me to do the same. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just let niggas be what they was, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, when you tell me right now, I know Danny, that's how Danny sounds, that's all the motherfucking vindication I need. I don't need 100 battle rap fans to be like, oh, this nigga Danny is this and this and that to make me feel better. I'm not going to care. But the fact is, I do want to clear my name because I don't want niggas just out here like, oh, this nigga didn't address this, he didn't address this, he didn't address that. Nah, I'm gonna address whatever needs to be addressed because that is real. You feel me?
Hey, I'm me personally. I'm glad you did. You feel me? Because like you know what I'm saying, you my nigga, bro. Nigga, I look at you as a big bro. You know what I'm saying? You helped my career, my nigga. So like when the shit was going, when all the shit hit the fan, you know what I'm saying? I gotta sit back and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching motherfuckers talk shit about my nigga Spec. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to save face. Trying to let niggas know, like, oh, this not homie, my nigga. He a good nigga for the most. All I know is he a good nigga. Nigga never did me dirty. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you didn't come out and speak, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like I wanted you to say some shit. But, you know what I'm saying? Better late than never, bro. I'm just glad you finally able to, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been knowing a lot of this shit. Some shit you didn't tell me, but some shit I did know. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad you finally able to speak on this shit, bro, and let your piece be heard. Because a lot of motherfuckers had it fucked up like you just some fuck ass nigga. No business having that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, it ain't never like that, my nigga. Niggas don't understand, bro. It's two sides to every fucking story. Niggas don't, and a lot of these niggas, like the fans and shit and the battlers and shit, these niggas don't know what it's like to run an event. These niggas don't know the bread you gotta spend. They don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? All they see is URL. They probably thinking, like you said, like URL should have a fucking card or a sponsor or something. You know what I'm saying? So all these motherfuckers see URL, all they think is like, oh, okay, it's URL, so Beasley and Smack paying for everything. Y'all don't even know what it's like, bro. Niggas don't know nothing.
Yeah, bro, that's the difficult part, fool. Like, niggas assume because it's like, oh, y'all got a brand out there on the West Coast, we got a lot of bread. Like I said, I had to borrow a credit card from an ex-girlfriend that I knew had bread that she was just willing to help me. And I had to write a fucking, like a promissory note, yo, I'm going to pay you this day, this amount of money, like it'll turn into this if this happens, all kind of shit, bro. Like, niggas don't even realize, like,
from the mud, nigga. Spec was out here getting it from the mud, bro, to help sponsor events.
Yeah, bro, like, I'm out here, like, really, like, yo, I got to do this to just make this event happen because, like, at the end of the day, nobody believes in this shit more than me. And I took the biggest L. How did you feel me? Everybody get to chill. I take the biggest L, and I had the most belief in this shit. That's why I was like, you know what? Y'all niggas can say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all going to say whatever y'all say and do whatever y'all do. Because now, like, you know, you feel the weight. Shit ain't the same no more. So, you know, my impact don't have to be with by followers and, like, you know, Instagram followers. I didn't have 40, 50,000 followers on my Twitter, all that other shit. My impact was made by real niggas in the streets, real niggas from
you
gangs.
You probably like one of the only niggas. You probably the one, like, you worked for Grind Time, King of the Dot, and URL. And each place you made an impact, though. It wasn't just no.
And the jump off.
You wasn't just no.
And the jump off before that.
Right, and the jump off. Like, you wasn't just no motherfucker working the door. Like, you made an impact at every place you went. You know what I'm saying? And you black. Like, motherfuckers don't even understand that shit, bro. Like, when motherfuckers see King of the Dot, see Grind Time, they think all white people. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even know, bro. Like, you had a say
nah,
so
Poison Pen was a huge face in Grind Time.
All the big events. You say what?
Nah, keep it a buck, though. Poison Pen has a huge face in battle rap as far as being a black face for Grind Time. Like, That nigga was a
man. They just moved my nigga on URL, man. That was fucked up, bro. I know you've been out the loop, nigga. They had a 2-on-2, bro. Team Hami versus these new niggas called the Goonies, and Team Hami start tagging in all they niggas. And Poison Pen grabbed the mic and spit some bars, nigga. The New York crowd booed that nigga.
Oh, really?
I'm like, man, Poison Pen, no nigga. Even if it's a new crowd, it's 2017, so I'm sure it's all new fans and shit. You know what I'm saying? But nigga,
right.
Give that man his respect, bro. If you don't like what he's saying, you don't have to respond. Y'all gonna boo this nigga? We talking about a legend, bro. This Poison Pen.
Yeah, man. I mean,
crazy.
I mean, it is what it is, family. Like I said, bro. Like, I really feel like if I really wanted to do something with battle rap again, I would probably hit up Penn I would probably hit up Lush. I would probably hit up Direct, and that's it. That's where I would go from. Like I would go from that model. But what I want to do with battle rap is to change a way that cats approach these battles. Like, let's get back to some events where the events like are about not just two MCs. And I don't want to throw my ideas away before somebody comes and takes them, but I have like some really dope ideas that I think would like give battle rap some new life and some new energy. But that would just take me getting back into the shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I really want to get back into it unless there's some bread, some sponsors behind it, some niggas that's like, yo, we got 50 racks for you, 60 racks. Come here with these cats. We'll pay you fools for these fees. And then y'all put it together a real dope event with these dope concepts, and you get the battlers to realize that, like, y'all niggas ain't worth $4,000 each. Y'all not bringing fucking 50 people that are paying $100 for y'all each. Y'all got to start understanding this shit, my niggas. Like, y'all niggas be wanting $8,000 to battle. Yo, my nigga, like, niggas that you go see in concert, you getting paid more than. You not worth more than that nigga, bro.
Man, these niggas asking for 30,000, 20,000 and shit, bro. It's crazy.
Like, what
That's
the
wild.
fuck, my nigga? What the fuck? Like, bro, like, you niggas are asking for, like, an NBA salary. Like, that's like an NBA rookie's monthly salary type shit. Weekly salary.
Right.
Facts.
Well, we all
These niggas ain't making that at the door. They not recouping that, my nigga. I don't give a fuck, my nigga. You're not recouping that. Like,
it's so hard to recoup that much money at doors. Like, if you book 6 battlers, pay them all $15,000, what is that? You feel me?
You broke.
Like that,
you're broke.
That's already $90,000 just for battlers. You feel me?
You're broke.
And if you don't got a good pay-per-view stream that's making like $300K off the pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? Because you want a 3 times 1 when you're talking about income. You want to triple your income. Like, it's going to be difficult because the door's not bringing that. Niggas on a guest list. Some niggas getting in there free, which takes up capacity. You feel me? Like,
Facts.
Niggas don't think about these type of things.
Everybody want to get in free. Every MC want to get in free. Niggas that's not on a card. That's another thing I hate, bro. You niggas got money, man. Niggas be coming up in this motherfucker fresh as a motherfucker, brand new J's, fresh ass outfit, red bottoms and shit, bro. But niggas don't want to pay $30 to get in a fucking event.
You know why I love KG, and shout out for KG. Like, you know, I haven't talked to that guy in a minute since I left the company or nothing, but shout out to K, though. And for this one thing, if not for just who he is, but just for this one thing. When he used to come to King of the Dot event, he always paid. He battled on King of the Dot, but he always paid to come to the events that he wasn't on. And that just lets you know about, like, how much he cared about the fucking support of the culture. My nigga was like, yeah, like, I'm not, you know, I could ask these niggas for a G-list, but fuck that. I'm going to pay the 30. I'm going to pay the 40. I'm going to come in here and have a good time. This is what it's about. Like, how come, you know, you're getting paid $18-20 for a battle, but you can't go and spend $50 to buy a ticket to support the fucking industry you in?
Right.
Niggas is pussy, bro.
Nah.
Straight up.
Yeah, this shit wild.
Yeah, I'm learning more and more about that as time goes by, for real.
The state of battle rap right now, bro, if you was to come back, like, you wouldn't even like this shit at all, my nigga. I ain't gonna front.
There's certain niggas that I do like.
I be politicking now. I be a little behind the scenes now, so, like, I see all the shit you used to see, like, when you used to start, and I see all the fuck shit, you know what I'm saying?
Because niggas is only out for themselves, bro. Niggas is only out for themselves when it comes to this, bro. Like, I done thrown events in L.A. with, like, 100 people coming there weekly for us just to come support. We not making money, but we just got it cracking because we cared about battle rap. I've been a part of events that got 1,000 people plus there. You know what I'm saying? Which I felt like, yo, this ain't even fun because I cared about battle rap. I done been in other states. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee and fucking Texas and Colorado and Washington, just hosting events You know what I'm saying? Because I love the shit. Help find niggas that niggas are popping now. Stewie, shout out to Mike Phenom. He was like, yo, this nigga Stewie's nice. I go up there, we go to the
Nashville. Shout out to my nigga Bars Major, man. My nigga
Bars
CMR,
Major,
them my niggas. You already know when I went out there, them niggas held me down. Them niggas held me down when I was out there. That was through you. You know what I'm saying? Through Spec. Them my niggas. And them my niggas Truth. I still talk to Truth. That's my nigga. Feel me? I was in Oakland. Me and that nigga stayed in the same hotel. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's off of aspect one. Like, only reason I got a relationship with these niggas because of you.
Another cat that I really try to help develop and put on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't chop it with homie as much, like, anymore and shit like that. You know, just falling out the loop. But like I said, bro, like I left the imprint, my nigga. I put niggas on, man. That's what the job is. It's to help niggas find a path. Like, find new talent. I was tired of just looking at the same niggas getting the same money to do the same shit. It was like, what about these new niggas that are good? We could pay these niggas less. They're hungrier, and they going to put 100% into it, and they going to work hard, and we're building more characters in the thing and into the community, and you get an opportunity to have these guys who got bigger names now battle an up-and-comer who has a strong wave. That's helping battle rap in general. Niggas is missing the whole shit. Oh, man, he don't got enough followers. He ain't getting no views. My nigga, you wasn't getting no views at some fucking point. And somebody gave you an opportunity to let your shit shine, my nigga. So you have to pay it forward, bro. You're getting a lion's share of getting bread. This nigga's getting 200. You getting 1,500. My nigga, battle the nigga, bro. Get a nigga an opportunity to get views. Like, that's what we need to be doing in the community. It's not like, oh, you got a lot of views and I got a lot of views, so that's what it's about. Yeah, but sometimes you also have to put in the fact that some of these niggas deserve an opportunity to get views because it helps your market share. Goofy-ass niggas.
Goofy.
No, that's a fact. There's a lot of them now. Pretty sure there was a lot of them back then too. But
hey man, I'm about to run up in the weed shop, so just letting y'all know. I gotta go mute. Man, I gotta get me some dro, man. Gotta go mute.
I got you. But let me ask you this, because in this new, call it new wave, new generation, whatever you want to call it, with the West, when I came into like West battle rapper, just watching battle rappers from the West, it was like probably before the Pit. So I used to watch shit out here. I'm from Sacramento, born and raised, so I used to have people out here. They weren't battle rappers, but they were like the rappers out here who everybody knew. And when you know what I'm saying, you'd be on a corner or something, you could always go ahead and see somebody battle or something like that. So I've always been around like the battle element. I remember in the very beginning with the West, how competitive it was and how people were always trying to put on. Like, but one thing that was always missing during those times, I feel, was the street element of California, in particular California, because mainly we know the gang politics is a little bit different than every other place in the country. Other regions, you kind of get away with certain things that here in the West, especially Cali, you cannot get away with out here. So I feel like now we're having like our first real wave of like street battle rap from the West Coast perspective. So what I wanted to ask you was, in your opinion, your take, like back when you were, you know, really in the trenches, really putting on for us and throwing all these events and making sure everything was taken care of, were you guys ever like pushing towards trying to get the street battle scene popping, or was it always like a lot of politics involved with that?
Man, so this is the thing that a lot of cats don't recognize and remember, bro. Like, LA street battle rap has always existed. It has never gone anywhere. It's just changed. And a lot of niggas, for gang members, call it backpack. But if you look up Project Glow, you look up the Good Life Cafe, these are two places in the heart of like South Central Los Angeles through the LA riots. Like, I'm 39, so I was in high school going to the blow, sneaking away like from football practice, going to the blow, ditching basketball practice, going to the blow. Like the blow was everything. You ran into gangsters, you ran into like super earthy MCs, you ran into like super lyrical cats, you ran into all kind of different niggas, but they was all in South Central in the merch. You had cats like Corrupt, and then Volume 10, and you feel me, Eazy-E, and just different cats. Like people forget, like Eazy-E signed Freestyle Fellowship, who were some of the OGs from the blow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like street battle rap has always been a part of LA. Like most of my battles growing up in high school were in the streets, on the corner of Lamert and 43rd. You had, like, for you to get a name in the 90s, you had to go to Lamert and battle. All of these niggas was from a gang neighborhood, and they had a venue in a rival gang neighborhood. It was cracking, bro. Like, it was the top. You know what I'm saying? These niggas was all from the jungles, and they all throwing events in the 40s. It was meant to go there. It was always shit happening over there. It was always gang shit, politics, all sorts of shit happening. You feel me? Hella LA events was always full of politics. Niggas, like, people forget how big the tag bang was here in LA, and, like, that was a big part of, like, street battle rap and shit, too. Because niggas would be freestyling, and then a nigga would be like, nigga, I'm from here, da-da-da-da-da-da, and then it just turned into some other shit. It was always crazy-ass elements of street shit going on. So I don't think LA is having its first big wave. I think on camera, people are finally being able to adapt to more of a universal platform as far as how they approach battle raps, like the way setups and schemes are, and the adaptability has been more driven to sound like more New York street shit. That's what I think's happened. I think more places in the country have adopted the URL street approach and started to cater their bars around that, albeit wherever they're from. Geechee's a perfect example. He's from Compton. He lets you know he's from Compton. He has a Compton slang, but his approach and delivery and the way that he's explaining himself leans himself to a New York crowd, where New York niggas will listen to him and be like, yeah, that boy's cooking. He goes into a room and New York niggas will be like, yeah, he's cooking. Because LA cats have always been more open to more things. We got NWA out here, but we also got, like, the Far Side and, like, you know what I'm saying, Kendrick Lamar and niggas like that. We've always had a counterculture. We had Digital Underground, but we had Spice One, and we got Mozzie, but we got I Am Sue. You feel me? Like, we got Have Soul, but we got YG. Like, we are a balance of both of those things. So our fans are always able to take in everything. Pause. Like, we look at some shit and we like, oh shit, like, we West. So we fuck with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as our gang culture is, our shit is still very open minded. Where New York, them niggas all think like in a very centralized place. I don't want to say a closed minded place because that's rude of me. And me being born in New York, I wouldn't shit on New York like that. But I think that New Yorkers all have a very centralized approach to how they view battle rap. They just want to hear set up punch. You know what I'm saying? Set up punch. Like, they really just want to get to the grit of it, and that's the core essence of their shit. So that's why cats like Rum, you know what I'm saying, all have like a better reception there too, as opposed to certain cats. Like Danny is a little bit different when he goes to New York. Sometimes they fuck within the smaller rooms, but in bigger rooms you got cats that don't. You know what I'm saying? Rum can captivate a bigger room, you know what I'm saying, because of the way that he does his work. So you feel me? Like, I think we've always had our West Coast balance. I just think now because the internet's been able to, like, speed up things and people see more presence and more MCs coming from the West Coast that can actually hold their own with cats in New York that are greats, that it seems that way. But we've always had a street element. Like, before the pit. You know what I'm saying? The blow was always like, nigga, if you Corrupt had to go to the blow and rap to get his street respect out here. Nobody gave a fuck about Death Row respect. Niggas cared about blow respect. That nigga was like, I got to go to the blow and get my bars off. You feel me? Niggas was flying from everywhere in the world to go to the blow, to freestyle, to battle. You know what I'm saying? That's where the best MCs were. That's just what it was. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing I do disagree with. We've always had a street culture, a huge pause.
All right. No, I remember. See, I was a kid. See, I was born in '89, so I like battle rap. For me, I got into battle rap probably when I was about 3, 4 years old. Because I have a lot of family that's in the East Coast, and they would always send ciphers, same battles and stuff over here. And so when I be, as a kid going around different family and whatnot, different parts of my city, you would always see people battling. And I remember people talking about the blow back then. So I always knew there was something like that there. At that time, I was just too young to really know how entrenched it was at that time.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel where you're coming from. And the way you explained it with how it's becoming more relatable because they're using kind of like the New York street style of battle rap, but they're putting it with their own regional slang. That's like a way, like I've always wanted. Like, I could never word it the way you worded it, but that's like a perfect fucking like analogy. Like, that's perfect. Like, that's real shit. Like, for real. Like, that is a perfect way to describe that. That's pretty much what has happened with battle rap today.
I think that's what was happening to rap. Like, rap, pretty much was formed in New York, and then as it's just moved to different regions, people's adaptability towards their region and confidence in their region has allowed them to just kind of be more prominent. But the one difference is with music is that you're taking music out of battle rap and you're just really making it a cappella. So you kind of do have to have a rhythmic structure. And I think a lot of cats lean themselves to having a more New York-based rhythmic structure because that one is way more like appreciated through battle rap historically. You know what I'm saying? But I think if, like, say somebody from the West came with, like, a real new way of, like, approaching bars and schemes and just did something a little bit different that stood out and gave the street element a different kind of approach, I think that would just open up a new gateway, too. I think a lot of cats from other places would also be like, yo, like, that style is ill. Like, let me try to incorporate that into what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I feel like it's always been a part of the history of hip-hop, but in battle rap especially, like, because it's been so regionalized and so marginalized that now you're starting to finally see more people approach it with that approach. So, yeah, shout out to that.
Okay, most definitely. I want to ask something, and this is more so on my end because I started this whole entire like media outlet and radio show in January. I've been watching battle rap for so long, and my thing was, okay, I want to be able to cover this the right way and give the West Coast exposure. And, we've had people out here. We had PB. He was holding it down for a while as far as bloggers, from the West.
Shout out to PB.
You have, shout out to PB. You have, like, Darnell with the whole Westrospect that movement that he has going on, the work he does. You also have, like, Kato's. He covers, like, Kato's media. Shout out to him. There's so many people here that are, covering this now and, trying to just put on for the West and give the people here the exposure. I wanted to get your opinion. Like, what do you think for the media outlets here to really push the West properly, to give them the exposure and to cover it properly? Where do you think the media outlets really need to focus in on, or what do you feel they need to do more of to give the West the proper coverage in an outlet?
I honestly think that it really boils down to the unity provided between the events. Because, for instance, when there wasn't a strong presence as far as, like, I'll use King of the Dot for a perfect example. When King of the Dot was in its height here and we had Avocado, myself, Lush, J-Pro, Mala, Organic Flying Out, Gully, it was a spectacle. You know what I'm saying? People literally was like, oh, dude, like, this is an all-star staff. You feel me? Like, this is an all-star staff. We just got to go fuck with the event because the staff is just lit. And the media was like, yo, we want to go cover y'all shit. There's a lot of content because there's a lot of people we can interview. There's a lot of battlers we can interview. There's a lot of fans that are coming to the event. So that lends itself to the media being able to come through and be like, all right, cool, we got Hip Hop DX. We got all these bigger outlets wanting to be a part of battle rap and, like, implement themselves into it and push it to the forefront because it's dope and it's new and it's popping and it's aware shit. And that's what really made the game what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really like the media's job to kind of push our agenda. Like, us having events and having like a structure as far as like what we need to do and what we should be doing as far as, you know what I'm saying, like the fan bases out here and the companies out here, that should be the shit we focus on. That should be the shit we focus on. So that way, like, we actually have companies of people who are like, yo, like, you know what? Everybody out here is working. The people are going to come see us. And then media companies are like, yo, like, this shit's picked up its wave again. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no wave for battle rap right now. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's like, there ain't nothing big happening right now. Like, you got to think, like, the few years that we worked with King of the Dot and we had URL going, everything was a big event. We had big talent. We had big names all the time. We had motherfuckers that was asking for like 30, 40 grand an event, and they was getting like bread, you know what I'm saying? People asking for like 10 grand. People getting paid, you know what I'm saying? People actually coming out here and like really making it look bigger than life, larger than life. It wasn't one of these like small time things, you know what I'm saying? It was an actual like developed fucking dope ass like fucking production, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we even allowed, like, smaller media to come through and be a part of it, which helped push the media content. Because, like, you got Hip Hop DX doing this, and then you got PB doing this, and then you got fucking these other smaller guys doing this, pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all these companies all just working towards one common goal to get the West where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that really helps us in general. Like, we can't help ourselves now because it's not the same type of environment. You know what I'm saying? At least from what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. Now, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, breaking it down like that, because my whole goal for when I first got started was just to go ahead and fill the void that I felt like wasn't being, like, filled out here. Like, a lot of times when you have, like, the angry fans or the, you know, when you had the Unbiased or the J Blacks, and they built themselves up to a point where they're going to cover the stars of this, and the fans are going to watch them because they have built themselves up to be the most prominent ones. So
right.
I would never, like, disrespect them and say, oh, well, you're not covering, you know, this person here, and you should, like, he's not a star in the eyes of battle rap fans, so I understand it. But for me, it was like, okay, no, I'm not cool with that. Like, I want to make sure that the people out here who are battling on these smaller leagues have coverage. I want to make sure that they have somebody who's going to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, put interviews out with them, let them do face-off. You know what I'm saying? Just do the little things to go ahead and, like, help everybody here get a little extra exposure. So, you know, myself, right. Kato's, PB, you know what I'm saying, Darnell. I know there's some, BP the vlogger, he's out there in the Northwest. Like, there's so many people putting on for the whole entire West region. And I feel like, you know, for us, it's more so just doing it out of the love, because a lot of people, you know, they get into this or they try and do battle rap, and it's always about the money for them. And it's like, a lot of times when people ask questions like, oh, well, how much money are you getting paid for this, or how much is battler making? It's like, I think the question you should be asking them is how much do they have to invest to get to where they're at? Because it's not all about the money that they're going to make. This is an investment. A lot of people don't make money off of, like, battle rap's not really paying people. Like, you may have a card like the whole Ether thing. Like, that's not an everyday event. That's not the event that's happening every single, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. There's not a lot of money in it. So a lot of it has to be done because of the love to get to a point where you can start getting money, you know, allocated to certain people.
Yeah, man. That was a billionaire behind that. So that's why the cats were able to get the absorbent kind of crash that they were. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like, you know, you got dudes trying to scrape together these events and put shit together and, you know, trying to flip the next event, hoping that they break even so they can throw another. And, you know, it's just a difficult process, man. Like, niggas don't get this wave. It's like, bro, like, this shit difficult, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all need to be working together and manifesting positivity because, honestly, like, these events, I've met, like, so many cool-ass dope people, dope cats, just, like, dope just human beings that were just like, yo, like, you dope as fuck, bro. Like, you mad chill. Like, you mad cool. Like, I fuck with you. Like, let's smoke up. Like, when you come into town, like, hit me up. When I go out of town, I hit you up. And just always those type of friendships and shit that were always, like, you know, equality and shit, you know what I'm saying, through your community. So that's the part of battle rap I miss. It was just, like, homies that weren't battlers, just, like, homies that I would just see at spots, the homie Aladdin and DM and, you know what I'm saying, I know Yak battle, but Banco and, you know what I'm saying, just different niggas that I used to just kick it with and just smoke with and shoot the shit with, and, you know what I'm saying, niggas is all cool. And now we don't got that because I'm not in that element anymore. So, you know, I'm torn. Sometimes I want to come back to the scene, and then sometimes it's like, man, y'all niggas appreciate even what I'm working to do.
Yeah, trust me, I know what you mean. Trust me, I know exactly where you're coming from with that. But I feel like the masses may not openly or outwardly show like the respect to the ones who are in the trenches doing the work, but the people who see you doing the work, like the real ones, like you have like the people like Yak somebody, you know, when I first, you know, started, like he had actually reached out to me. Like he kind of seen what I was doing and reached out, and I always seen him as somebody. I'm like, well, he's a battle rapper. He has all the skill. You know, he could be doing X, Y, and Z, and it's like, okay, Yak was good. And he's like, nah, man, I be doing a lot of work behind the scenes. I be trying to just help the growth. And those are the kind of people that, you know, you need to build out here. It's people like that who's like, nah, it's not even going to be about me. Like, for real, I could just go ahead and help y'all out, get y'all the list, get y'all the events popping, get all the behind the scenes stuff cracking. And then we'll go ahead and build from there. I can get mine another time. This is going to be about y'all. So, like, yourself included, like, you were another one of those people who I always remember from, you know, back in the day. I used to see you, Lush. Like, I always knew, like, okay, these are the ones who are really putting in the work, not the ones necessarily getting all the credit, but you know behind the scenes what's really going on. So I definitely got to salute you and, you know what I'm saying, give my appreciation to you, because I've been watching all the events and seeing everything y'all been putting together for years. So, you know what I'm saying, it's an honor to have you on the show for real and be able to just talk to you about, you know, all battle rap history and whatnot.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. Just having, you know, being on the show and just being able to chop it up and, like, you know, talk about some things that have been on my mind for over a year now. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to just get some peace of mind and just let, you know, the fans out there hear, you know, what's going on with me and, you know, what's caused my disappearance and shit. Niggas just thought, like, I owed the mafia and, like, I was Jimmy Hoffa all of a sudden. But it's like, yo, I'm still online. I'm still on Twitter. I'm still on Instagram. I'm still on Facebook. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that just tells you, like, when a lot of people be, like, talking about it, like, man, where's he at? Like, where's he going? That just tells you, like, even if they weren't saying it when you were around, it's like you never know, you know what I'm saying, what you got or what you know, what's, you know, who's doing what until it's gone. And then you're like, well, damn. You see what's missing now. People is just like, nah, man, we got to get dude back. Like, we got to check on dude. Like, is he good? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like there's a lot of, may not be outwardly talked about or spoke on, but I feel like there is a lot of respect towards you for the stuff that you did while you were, you know what I'm saying, here and putting on for us. Like, there's a lot of work that you did that probably hasn't even been spoke on, but people behind the scenes may know about. So.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, you know. And honestly, if I was like a glory hog or just some nigga that really wanted fame, I would have been doing interviews right after that. Because that would have been the perfect time to just build controversy and build a bunch of, you know, traction, a bunch of followers, just talking shit, blah, 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 going back and forth, people adding you and following you just to see what you're going to say about this and that. And I never was even on that. That was just genuinely because I was like, yo, dog, y'all niggas gonna think what y'all gonna think. And right now, like on some life shit, I don't even got the energy to just be trying to argue or debate y'all niggas or over like nothing. Like, it's cool. Y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, for you to win, you just gotta restart the game. You feel me? Like, some games it's just like, all right, cool, this is stalemate. Like, this is stagnated. Like, you feel me? Like, niggas ain't going nowhere on this one. Like, I'm gonna just start over. You know, learn from my last game and just take advantage earlier in the game to just make sure that I'm ahead and I win and, you know, my team wins. And that's just what the lesson is and what it was. It wasn't, you know, I don't got no hate towards anybody. That's why you didn't hear me say, like, fuck this nigga and, like, You know, from Danny Myers, me speaking on him, to Beasley, to anybody that I spoke on in this interview, it wasn't about me being hostile or being argumentative to him, you know, argumentative towards them. Like, you feel me? It was really about just having some clarity and understanding, like, yo, like, you know, I'm human just like you, bro. Like, I lost my homies through this shit. Like, there's certain niggas that I still miss, like, building with and chopping it up with, even smoking a blunt with, or just picking up the phone and being like, yo, how's your mom? How's your kid? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ugly-ass nigga, what's wrong with you? Just bullshit, just anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to kind of lose those, like, you know, you put yourself in a position where it's like, dang, dude, like, this shit weak. So, you feel me? Like, that's why I don't have any hostility or, like, any negativity towards anybody. Even the fans, like, I look at some of the fans like, yo, like, y'all just got to smarten up and, like, not let everything be okay, but at the same time, like, embrace more things. There's a fun side of battle rap where niggas just clown on your moms and how you look and, like, you know what I'm saying? And that shit's funny, too. We do that in the hood. How come niggas from the streets look at that type of battle rap as that shit's corny? Because we not fake killing somebody. You feel me? How come we can't just play the dozens and spit bars in a creative way? Or just say some funny shit and just still be as funny? Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas roast all the time. How come we can't put that shit and be more about getting some of these companies that are sponsors to see some of these dudes as dope writers, where it's like, yo, that's a funny-ass concept, my nigga. Like, that's hilarious. How would you feel like about writing a fucking skit that's going to come out on cable that got, like, $150,000, $200,000 behind it? You feel me? Like, create new opportunities with this battle rap shit as opposed to just the same narrative. Nigga, I got a fake gun. I'm finna fake shoot you. And then after, like, I fake killed you, but then you fake killed me. And now we got a bunch of fake blood on the floor. And, like, my fake hood is going to come and kill your fake hood because we're not really going to beat each other up. We're not going to fight, but we just going to posture. And then we going to say this. It's like, my nigga, that's cool for a bit, but, like, have some more diversity. Like, bring some more creativity to our culture in general. Like, it's a black culture. Like, we don't have to be known as niggas who just shoot niggas and, like, fake shoot niggas. And fake rob niggas and tie niggas' moms up. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can clown niggas. Like, do other cool shit, too, and just have a good time with the whole shit. Like, I want to see more. And that's why I love King of the Dot, because that weren't just, oh, nigga, you shoot a or just a nerd who just raps about this. Like, battle rap niggas be thinking that, like, it's a bad thing to be called. Niggas is nerdy, too. You acting like these niggas ain't sitting here studying time out and writing bars and picking up new word schemes, ideas, vocabulary, vernacular. Fuck out of here. You niggas is nerds, too. You niggas, some niggas don't even got a fucking gun acting like they do, but they just know ways.
Facts. Talk that you niggas ain't really about that thug shit talk.
Facts, man. Real shit.
I'm back. I was listening the whole time.